Okay, so somebody calls you into the office and says you were tailgating. Well, it could be your dispatcher, a safety manager, a safety director, and let's just say you probably have one of those event recorders that has the driver-facing camera and the artificial intelligence. So they call you in and tell you you're tailgating. So the one question I would have is, were you really tailgating, or is that somebody's opinion? Now keep in mind, what I'm going to say is just you and me talking, okay? When I make these videos, I make them for not only the drivers, dispatchers, safety managers, safety directors, even fleet owners. So let's back to the subject, were you tailgating or not? I worked for one company one time as a safety manager, and the company policy said they wanted you driving 6 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. The vehicle in front of you, you're going to watch his shadow, and if he crosses, his shadow crosses a line in the road or something, count, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, and that's when you should cross that line. Now, I've been in the safety business for a long time, 16 years as a safety director plus safety manager, but I also drove a tractor trailer for more than 20 years, so I know what life is like. I know what it's like being a driver too. And this 6 second following distance is great if you're out there on the wide open interstate, out there in West Texas or something where there's no traffic on the road. That's fantastic. I was watching a truck driver, and he has his own videos, has a video channel, and he was saying do a 4 second. Cross that line, see their shadow cross the line up there, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and that's when you should cross the line. That's a safe 4 second following distance. But, that's going to be great out there in the open highway. But if you're in heavy traffic, city traffic, if you leave that kind of a distance, all you're doing is leaving room for everybody to keep doing this. And as you know, that's exactly what they do. You leave a safe spot, people jump in the front. Now, I'm going to keep saying during this video that this is just us talking, and you need to obey the law and obey your company policy, all right? So I think about the only way that you can have a 6 second following distance, even a 4 second following distance in heavier traffic, is if you were constantly doing 20 miles an hour slower than the ambient traffic, because they're going to keep jumping in front of you, and really they'll jump in front of you so much you're never going to have that 4 or 6 second following distance. Now, here's what I did, and when I was with this company that said company policy was a 6 second following distance, I would talk with the driver sometimes, and I might be coaching them over a drive cam or a video, and I would say, company policy is 6 second following distance. Now, if it was a dispatcher tells them that, they're going to say, well, this dispatcher has no idea what he's talking to. Okay, yeah, 6 second following distance, that's fine. I would tell the driver, okay, company policy is a 6 second following distance. In all reality, I need you to keep a better following distance than what you were doing right here in this video. Shows you had a 1.5 second following distance. That's too close. That's how my coaching would go. Now, as a safety director, I gave a lot of road tests. And again, we're just talking. I want you to follow the law and follow your company policy. This is just us talking. And here's where, sometimes people's opinion on whether you're tailgating or not. If I was, and I gave these road tests, they were hour-long road tests in major cities. And if the driver tailgated for more than just a second when something happened, somebody jumps in front of him. But if a driver was following closer than a 2 second following distance, that's when he failed the road test. 2 seconds. Now, at a 2 second following distance, you still have to, all your equipment has to be working right. You have to be alert. You have to be watching what you're doing. You can't be adjusting the radio or doing this. You have to be alert to be that close. But just to let you know, that's where I drew the line. If I was on a road test and they got closer than a 2-second following distance for more than just a second, that's where they failed the road test. So I hear so many people talk about the 4-second, the 6-second. I think that's just, I think it's great. I just don't think it's very realistic. So I'm a big advocate of these driver-facing event recorders. But they have their good parts, they have their bad parts. The artificial intelligence built into them, I don't like everything, and I think most companies, you can adjust what they do. I've seen them before to where, the artificial intelligence, if you're going 1 mile and over the speed limit, it's going to send an alert to their safety department. That's getting a little carried away. When I'm driving down the road and I see a truck and it's 65-mile-an-hour zone and he goes down a little hill, and at 65 he's hitting his brake so he won't do 66, I know what the problem is. That artificial intelligence is going to ding him at 66. I think they need to be adjusted better, but I'm not the owner of the company. But when I did have to say so, I made adjustments like that. So the most important thing is you're safe. Keep a good, safe following distance. My thoughts, my own opinion, is that better than a 2-second following distance. And the 4- and 6-second following distance is great when it can be done on the wide open highway. So again, this is just us talking. You obey the law, follow your company policy. I'm Danny Drummond, tips and tales from a trucking safety director. See you later.